These are crepes, those delicate little, thin little French pancakes that we all know and love. But these are not just any crepes, these have a very special secret twist to them. They're keto friendly. So yes, I love my carbs, I love my bread. I'm the baker of the house, the baker of the neighborhood actually. But sometimes I like to change it up. So today I'm making these classic little favorites that are made with almond flour instead of all-purpose flour. I'm gonna show you exactly how to do it, get all the flavor, get all the texture, and all of the satisfaction in these little crepes so very simply. Follow me. These crepes are so easy to make. They really are very, very simple. You throw all of the ingredients into a blender, wait about 5 minutes, and then start cooking them. So I'm gonna show you how to do it now. It starts with half of a block of cream cheese that's already softened, so that's 4 ounces right here. A 1/4 cup of milk. I have whole milk, and you can of course use almond milk if you want. 3/4 of a cup of almond flour, 4 large eggs. I'm gonna use a pinch of salt and just a pinch of sugar. So now those of you who are looking to keep it kind of true to keto, I know there's a lot of recipes that call for sugar substitutes. I personally stay away from them. Our bodies are made to metabolize like raw sugars and real sugars and things, not the chemical artificial sweeteners. They can induce hunger, they can induce dehydration, and really increase your sugar cravings. So stay away from them altogether. If you're gonna have sugar, have small amounts, but make it real sugar. All right, here we go. Into the blender. I'm going to put my 4 eggs right inside. And it doesn't matter if the yolks break because, well, they're gonna get blitzed up and mixed together with other great things anyway. So go ahead and crack those guys in, just like that. Beautimous. And last one. Always crack your eggs on a flat surface. That's gonna prevent shards of shell going up into the egg because nobody really wants crunchy eggs. Okay, in goes the cream cheese, nice and soft, just like that. And the milk, perfect. Pinch of salt, pinch of sugar, and our almond flour. Get all of it in there, see? All of it, okay? We're gonna cap this guy really well. Put our hand here, turn it on, and let the blender do the magic. Get in here and look at this. All right, so this has been blitzing for about 30 seconds, and take a look at how smooth and creamy it looks. It's super liquidy, just like a traditional crepe batter. You know, with the milk and the eggs and the flour, this is gonna be perfect. So what we have to do now, like all crepe batters, we have to let it sit for at least 5 minutes. So we're gonna let the almond flour just kind of soak up a little bit more of all the liquidy goodness in here. Then we're gonna start frying them up in butter. That's right, we're going dairy today. It's keto friendly. Eggs, milk, cream cheese, butter. What? Watch. Okay. All right, our crepe batter has rested for 5 minutes, and now I have a nonstick skillet. It's important, nonstick skillet over medium heat, and this is getting really super hot. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna start with a little bit of softened butter that I have, and I'm just gonna take my brush and grab a little bit of butter and just put it over the skillet and coat it really, really well. A little bit up the sides, but mostly on the bottom. Okay, all right. This guy's gonna go over here. And now with a very, very steady hand, we're gonna do the pour and swirl. So I pour just a little bit of batter and swirl it all around. And if you don't have a steady hand, it's no problem, no big deal. You can easily pour this into a measuring cup. You can use a ladle. But we want the tilt-a-whirl. We want the pour and swirl because these are supposed to be like tiny little thin pancakes. Now, being keto and being very egg-based, I know they're gonna be just a little bit fluffier than usual, but that's okay. That's okay. It's a good protein exchange for losing carbs. You're lowering carbs. So this is a good sign. This is a good thing. So we're gonna let this go ahead and set up just a little bit for a minute. And I'm gonna find an offset spatula because for me, the offset spatula is usually a really handy tool that comes in, especially if you need to flip delicate little things like this. So we're gonna let this cook for a minute, let it set up. And I like to push the edges down just a bit. This makes it easier for me to get underneath with the spatula. All right, so here we go. These guys are fairly delicate, so we need to be very careful. Up, yeah. I see something a little more size appropriate. Yes, my handle broke, but the silicone base, to the spatula is still very good. So I'm gonna take this, flip it, boom. There you go, a crappy crepe. We're gonna do this shit over again, dude. This is why my kids call them craps, because sometimes they end up looking like crap. Still edible. So even though it's broken just a little bit, we're gonna take the Julia Child approach and camouflage it. It's going to be fine. Most of the time if this happens, it's because your batter was poured in a little too thick, and that may be the case here, but that's all right. So we're going to slide this one onto the plate and try again. That's the beautiful thing. We've got butter, we've got batter, and we can try it again. There we go. All right. So we're gonna pour this in, super thin. That looks like plenty. And let this go and swirl. There we go. Look at that. Super thin. Wonderful. Yes. Okay, so you get into the edges and just kind of ease your way underneath like that. I'm gonna see about pulling it, get a better angle for you. Pull it down this way. Oh, look at that, slight little tear, but no big deal. Hey, it's victory, we did it. So this is part of the thing about, gluten-free, low-carb stuff, is that whenever you exchange all-purpose flour for things like almond flour, coconut flour, yes, it's a little bit healthier for you. Yes, it's a good alternative, but you're trading in the gluten, and gluten is the glue that holds everything together. So there's gonna be a higher percentage of things breaking, ripping, tearing, whatever. It's fine, don't stress it. You can camouflage it, you can do something else with it. It's okay, just go ahead and expect it, all right? So this one is done because it only takes seconds to cook. And we're going to see that golden on the other side. That's beautiful. So now we're gonna take this and slide it onto our plate. Oh, just like that. Bingo! All right, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna give you guys a break because I'm sure you don't wanna see me scream at the batter, because I'm probably gonna do it, mainly because it's good lung exercise. But it's to reinforce the positive energy of how much this is going to work out. And I get so excited because the dish I'm gonna make with these crepes is going to be phenomenal. All right, I'm gonna finish making this. You guys get a drink of water. I'll be right back. All right, this is the last crepe in the pan. So we're gonna go ahead and pull it out here, flip it over, and let that cook for just a few seconds. I'm gonna kill the heat and let the residual heat just go ahead and finish cooking that. Now, we know that the crepes are pretty sensitive, like pretty delicate, especially whenever they're warm and in the pan. But once they cool, look at how pliable they are. Look at how sturdy. This is really, really cool. So don't fret the gluten-free, missing it. Yes, it's gonna be delicate. It's gonna be a little bit fragile in the pan, but once it cools a little bit, it's pliable just like a regular crepe. These things are freaking fantastic. All right, so we've got that one. Let's see if I can get the flip. Oh, she did! Yeah. All right. So I'm trying to try my luck again, but I don't think that's going to happen. I'm just going to go ahead and swoop it out onto the pan and hit my hood. So there we are. All right. We have a nice, beautiful plate of keto crepes, and they are going to be absolutely delicious. I'm going to fill them with a really nice cheese filling to put as an appetizer, but you can fill these with Nutella. You can fill these with whatever you want. You can cover them with syrup, give them to your kids. Eat them as you see fit. A little bit of cheese and a little bit of ham makes a perfect little sandwich. They're awesome. So for more great tips, trips, recipes like this, go ahead and subscribe. I've got plenty more to share with you, and I'm happy to do it every single time. All right, guys, enjoy, be healthy, and subscribe.